Everything new in version 2.2. First of all, my boy Owlbird is back. Let's go. Very pog there. I love Owlbird, okay? But not only is Owlbird back, we are also getting a new area and new Trailblazer mission. You'll see in the background here the trailer playing, and it shows us a lot of things like the General and Danny Don Hung. Is that Sparkle or who is that? Who's doing that, right? There's no way our General, our General came to help us fight in Pinacone, okay? R/Jing Yuan mains are gonna be busting a fat one after that. Also, our Trailblazer's putting on a hat, so that must mean something special as well. Surely it does. But let's go ahead now and talk about the characters we're getting, because we're obviously getting new characters. New patch equals new characters. First of all, we're getting Robin added to the game. What does Robin do though? First of all, her technique makes enemies follow her. Then she'll also be regenerating energy whenever she uses her technique. Second off, her skill. She hits all of your allies at one time with her skill and increases all of their damage. But not only that, whenever your allies use an attack, she gets energy back. She gets extra energy back to use her ultimate move. Also, I don't know if you guys noticed, but if you look at the bottom corner of the screen, whenever she was doing the showcase or whatever, everyone had a crit damage buff, and that is not just from anyone on the team. No one on the team really gives a crit damage buff. So this must mean that she also gives a crit damage buff as well. Anyways, guys, let's continue. What does the ult do? The ult is super good. Dude, your Sparkle, ew, your Bronya, ew, you don't need either of them when you have Robin on the team, because she just advances forward all of your allies' action at one time. She's like, you know what? Give everyone an immediate action as soon as you use the ultimate move. Not only that, she gives you extra damage for the team. She does extra damage because she'll be damaging the enemies every time your allies attack, and it's going to be a super fun time. But that's all I can share about Robin right now. She does do a bit more, but we can't talk about that until the actual kit comes out. Thanks, Hoyoverse. Now, let's go ahead and talk about our wanted king, our bounty hunter. I tried to do a gun, but I realized the camera's too... Anyways, Boothill! He is sexy. You love him. You probably want to hop on his... Let's not go there, okay? This video is not supposed to be sussy. It's supposed to be informational. Now, let's hop into what Boothill's going to do. First of all, his skill maneuver is going to be targeting one enemy and taunting that enemy. So basically, think of it like Fire MC taunting all the enemies. You taunt one enemy, and when you're taunting that enemy, basically it makes them deal more damage to you, but you also deal more damage to them, and maybe the ratios are a little bit wonky, so you deal more damage than they can actually deal to you. That would be really cool, wouldn't it? Now, let's go ahead and talk about what he also does. It also is going to be enhancing your basic attack, and let's just assume this basic attack works like Jingliu's skill when she enters her transcendent state, and he doesn't use any skill points here. He also doesn't gain any skill points back either, so that's a positive here as well. You won't be probably using any skill points here, surely, right? But you also won't be gaining any back either. And if you notice here at the bottom of the screen, you'll notice he has these little 3 stacks. What are those stacks? That's all part of his talent. What his talent's going to be doing is every time you weakness break the enemy or kill an enemy, you'll be getting these stacks. Each of these stacks, it looks like correlates to how much weakness damage you're actually doing, because if we take a look at like a lower amount, he does less weakness break damage, and he has it at a higher amount. All 3, he's doing an apps almost like half the bar, right? Obviously, we're running Ruan main in the team, so that's increasing it as well, but it looks like he's doing an absolute massive amount of weakness break damage with this, and it'll be really cool to run him on the team with Luca. Luca's on the banner. We'll talk about that in a second though. But also, let's just talk about it. The biggest part of his kit, guys, his ultimate's crazy. He's like Silverwolf in disguise. Who needs Silverwolf anymore when we have our DPS putting their own weakness type on the enemy with their ultimate move? That's all we really need, right? This is super huge because this opens up plenty of possibilities to the future. I think we've seen it with, you know, Acheron now and a couple other DPS where they just bypass the enemy's weakness altogether, which ultimately power creeps Miss Silverwolf. But yes, that's all that I can really say about Mr. Boothill now. Let's go ahead and talk about the banners next, because we do have new banners. We have Topaz and Miss Robin coming in part 1, and then we have Boothill and Miss Fushuan coming in part 2. Absolutely banger characters. Am I right? Am I wrong? Anyways, let's talk about those banners. First of all, the Robin banner. It is kind of stinky. I don't know if I like the Robin / Topaz banner that much. It's going to be having March 7th, Hanya, and Zhuei on it. And, yeah, if you look at a tier list, you'll see where those characters stand on that tier list. They are okay units. They're not the worst units ever, but they're also not the best units either. And with us not getting a new 4-star this patch, as I'll mention in a video coming out soon, you'll see it, talking about why not getting 4 stars is good or bad for the game. This is not good for free-to-play players or low spenders or new players, because they're getting bottom of the barrel, or I shouldn't say that. You guys are gonna flame me for that. We're getting not as good 4-star characters, okay? Let's just put it like that. But let's talk about what we're getting for the light cone banner as well. Obviously, we're getting both of their signature light cones. On top of that, we're getting a new 4-star Unhildy light cone. We're also getting swordplay, and then finally, we're getting perfect timing. Now, where is the Harmony character on this banner at that we can use perfect timing for? I have no clue. This trend continues over to the next banner as well. I don't know who we're using perfect timing with. No clue at all. We're also not getting a preservation light cone on this banner, so that means if you were wanting to pull for the light cone, you get a March 7th, you're a new player, then good luck, buddy. You're not getting a preservation light cone. But overall, the banner is good. Like, I like the 4 stars on this banner, especially the Unhildy one. If you were struggling building your Acheron, you didn't have her signature light cone, this might be the light cone you want to get, bucko. Anyways, let's go ahead now and talk about the other banner, the Boothill and Fushuan banner. Well, who's on that banner? Guys, I just made a build guide for Luca, and he's so nice they hit him twice. Okay, guys, he is back again. One patch. He's back. He's the back-to-back champion. He's in the second part of 2.1, and now he's in the second part of 2.2, baby. Let's go. Our boy Luca's stonks are up because I do think he's going to work really well with Boothill. Now, obviously, the other characters we're getting here is going to be Pela and also the great pitch black Hook Darkness the Great. Okay, guys, so I mean, this banner overall is not bad. I would say Hook is probably the worst on here. Pela's stonks are up though. Now, the light cone banner. The light cone banner here is also pretty sus, but not bad because we're getting Landau's Choice, a Secret Vow, and then this Erudition light cone. What Erudition character are we using? Where is the Erudition? I don't know why we have a Erudition light cone on the banner. Okay, and this is not even like a very good light cone for it. So, the free-to-play light cone's better in my opinion. Okay, so light cone banner's meh. It's okay. It's not the best thing ever. It's not the worst thing ever. I think there could have been way worse. But yes, with that out of the way, guys, let's go ahead and talk about the new boss added to the game because we're getting a new, they're calling it the Sunday boss. I don't know. This looks really cool though. It's like a marionette. It kind of looks like the enemies from Honkai Impact the Third, you know, the marionette ones, little green and black ones. It looks like those to me. And I think that's where they drew their inspiration from. So this boss looks really cool. It's a new weekly boss, by the way, which we use his materials to actually level up Boothill, right? His level essential materials, or I guess trace essential materials, will be for Boothill, not for Robin though. Robin is the bug boss still, so that's good. You can pre-farm those up right now. Now, we won't talk about much of what the new boss does. All I want to say about the new boss is that his mechanics look really cool. I love it when they add characters into the game or bosses into the game, have new refreshing mechanics where it's not just HP buff, attack buff. You actually have to think to fight this boss. It's like the Adventuring boss. You have to hit multiple tiles. This enhances on that and is like, well, you need to kill this, and this character to actually really do big damage to the main boss now. And with doing that, you get extra buffs for yourself. It incentivizes you to do it. I absolutely love this. So guys, let's now talk about the events because we're getting events in 2.2 as well. So yeah, sorry, I looked at it in my notebook. So the first event we're getting is a Clocky event. Yes, Acheron destroyed the screen and now the Pinnaconians can't watch movies. What are they gonna do? So us as Trailblazers have to fix that screen, and not only that, we have to direct and manage our own movies and commercials. So with this, we'll be getting massive rewards. Stellar Jades, those little things that allow you to choose what relics you want, and then finally a new light cone that is probably really good for Miss Robin. So yeah, Poggy, we love it when we get free light cones that are good for the free signature character on the banner. Yippee! Next is the baseball event. We love baseball events, and I think this is gonna be my favorite event because this event allows you to get weapons, it allows you to get equipment, and you can combine those weapons and equipment and makes better weapons and equipment, legendary ones, and you just kind of fight enemies and just do massive damage to waves of enemies. I love content like this, and I can't wait to see them because let's be honest, they're probably gonna implement this into the new simulated universe we're getting. So that is absolutely pog you as well. And then finally, we're getting an event with Boothill. It is basically a daily assignment you can do. But not only that, we're getting some quality of life updates. Hey, you guys, casual players that are struggling with Memory of Chaos, this might just help you out because first of all, we're getting new changes to the profile system. We can see battle records, everything like that within the profile in game now instead of having to do it outside of game. On top of that, now we can see what other people are doing, which whatever, I don't care about that. But the big thing here for free-to-play players is the ability to see what other people are running for Mach 12. What your friends are running, right? How are they beating Mach 12? What teams are they using? You're able to see that now, which can drastically help out players that are struggling with Memory of Chaos because you might have that one friend that absolutely destroys it. He's a free-to-play player. He spends less than you. You're like, how do you do it? Well, now you can see how that friend does it, okay? Super good in my opinion. And not only that, we're also getting like a list, like a set list of like teams you can use now, which is, oh my god, thank god. This is a prelude. I swear to god, guys, I've said it another video. This is a prelude to getting sets, like actual relic sets in the game, okay? They're allowing you to name these sets. This is going to be Pog. I cannot wait. I like them putting in the list format because this just opens up so many more opportunities in the weeks to come. Anyways, guys, that's gonna do it. That's everything in 2.2. How do you guys feel about it? How do you guys like it? Do you guys think it's copium? Do you think it's enough content for you? Do you think it'll keep your little zoomer brains going? Or is it trash? Is it copium? And is it Honkai could never now? I don't know. Anyways, guys, tell me what you think in the comment section down below. Free 10 pull to anyone that watches this video because we're getting a free 10 pull as well. Bye, guys. See you later.